Hey guys, it's Rob from sortitoutside.net here. What I'm bringing you today is a new career with Boreham Wood. As you can see from this start screen, they're in the Blue Square South Division, which is the bottom playable league in Football Manager 2013. They've not been there for very long. They got promoted from the Ryman League a couple of years ago. I think they came 14th in the first season, 8th in the second, so not too bad. Fairly solid. Certainly not the worst team in the league, but as I'm going to show you in a moment, it's still going to be quite a struggle to get them back up the division. Well, not back up the divisions, up the divisions in the first place. And of course, my aim here is just to get them to the Premiership, basically, conquer Europe, get them in the Champions League. It might take a while. I think when you're starting down in the conference, you can, from time to time, get a few back-to-back promotions. So I don't think it's crazy to think that I could be in the Championship in maybe 6 seasons or so. If I get a few of the right players in, young players especially, that I can tie down to a few contracts. But, well, let's have a look at that. There's one glaring problem, is the fact that pretty much my entire team, their contract runs out at the end of the season. This guy, Sam Clancy, I've actually just brought. He's you can see he's a youth player. So that's why I've got him down for a little bit longer. Plus, he only wants £5 a week, which somehow I can stretch to. I'm not blessed with great wages. Let's have a look here. And yeah, I've got £900 left to spend. And as you saw, I wasn't really paying anyone over £300, so I could bring in a couple more players. And I could bring in a ton of players if they all accept £5 a week, but they probably won't be doing that. Average there 200, so I can bring in maybe like 4 players with that average, and that's pretty good going. I'm happy with that. So I've actually already brought in 4 players before we've got to this point. Where we've come in now is basically I've just played my friendlies and I'm about to have my first league game, and I thought it would be a good start now when I've actually started to get to know a bit more of my side. So if we can have a look at who I've brought here. Now, this guy's not very good, I'll be honest. He's not great at all. But I found it impossible to buy a left back. There are no good left backs willing to come play in the Blue Square Bet South. My only other left back was this guy. I mean, well, look at him. He doesn't exactly fill me with confidence. 30-year-old, not sure what his playing history is like. Yeah, I've got quite a few players that are ex-Premier League and dropped down, trained at Arsenal and whatnot. This guy, no, he's never. This is the height of his career. Played 1 match in the Blue Square Bet Premier League in 2012, and that was it. Yeah, so left back is a real issue at the moment. I've had to bring in that Lewis Thomas because I just needed somebody, but yeah. Maybe I'll be able to find someone else. Maybe a loan signing. Who knows? Now, this guy. Nonce. Fairly big side. French. Oh shit, no, sorry. He's Argentinian. I've completely lied to you there. But he looks like he could get me some goals. And that's what's really important in these divisions. I just need to get some goals. I need to bang in a few. If he can get me, even if it's like 15 goals, I don't even care about winning the league. If I can just get in the playoffs, that'd be brilliant. It's not that easy. You see, there's only one automatic promotion place, but if I can get 5th, you never know. But yeah, Dario Gomez, finishing 9. It's pretty good for Blue Square South. Heading, first touch, can dribble. He's got decent enough pace. Like, you're not going to get many attributes over 12 in this division, so I'm quite happy with this as a signing. What wages is he on? Non-contract. Apparently I got him on a non-contract. Oh, I don't remember this. Either way, brilliant. I hope Jan Nusaku is going to become good. Got glowing reports. Good League 2 player. I mean, this is the sort of player I need. Someone I can keep for 2 or 3 seasons. Maybe more, depends on how long it takes me to get to League 2. He's only 19, he's surely going to improve. Looking at him in the face doesn't fill me with confidence. It's one of the most gormless pictures I've ever seen, but you never know. He might be alright. I'm not sure he'll be starting every week. I'm not sure he's quite strong enough, but who knows. Now, this guy, I quite like this guy. I think he should be a starter. I'll show you my assistant report on my squad at the moment. He thinks he's my third best centre midfielder, and if that's the case, then I've got quite a solid centre midfield. Good first touch, passing, flair, fairly decent physical attributes. I'm happy with the look of him. Again, I can't remember what was his history. Yeah, West Ham. I've got a few players like this. A few players that have started out at Premiership teams, fallen down the leagues. Omar Reece, I think, was one. This is supposedly my star striker. Yeah, Arsenal. There we go. I mean, looking at that, he's getting a bit old now. He's been around for 17 years. He's averaged, I'm not even sure what that is, 4 goals a season, is it? Over 17 years. I mean, lots of times he just hasn't played. But you look, he's really maybe kicked on the last few years. 12 goals in Blue Sky Premier League. You know he can do a job, and that's important. I mean, it's gutting that he's out for 4 or 5 weeks, and you can see his stats dropping with age and injury. So he may just be here for this season. I really don't know what's going to happen at the end of the season when I've got to try and renew every single player that I have, but you never know. But he's supposed to be my star striker anyway. If we have a look here, yeah, the squad depth, you can see here the problem I've got at left back. Mark Jones and Lewis Thomas. He doesn't rate Lewis Thomas at all. I'm not surprised. He's really not that brilliant, but you never know. He's 20. He could come good. Centre defence, Gerald Eiffel. I think, is he former Watford? Yeah, former Watford. Obviously, going back quite a few years, but still, he's been up there. Other than that, not amazing, but decent centre defenders. Right back's not fantastic. My assistant manager is actually playing right back. We've got here Luke Garrard, 26-year-old assistant manager. What's more shocking is one of my coaches, Ches Isaac, 19-year-old player, under-18s coach. Former Watford player as well, actually. I've got quite a few local players been up, and I've just stuck around Hertfordshire. That's where Boreham Wood are from, if you're not sure. It's home of the Big Brother house, actually. So the only notable thing I can say. But here you can see my centre midfield. Like I said, I think they're pretty strong. Ches Isaac, okay, the coach, 19, decent. He could come good. He could be around for a few years. Mario Noto seems pretty good. He's my captain, and my under-18s manager as well. Because apparently I can't have coaches that aren't players. That would just be far too expensive. Wingers, again, good actually. Graham Montgomery, he looks decent. I mean, I've got big men up front. It's maybe what I need in this division. Pace is quite hard to come by. Greg Morgan as well. They both play right and left, so one on either wing. I'm going to be quite happy with that. I've only got one loan signing at the moment. I didn't bring him on. He was here already, and I can see why they loaned him to me. This is from Barnet. He's definitely not good enough to play for them. He's barely good enough to play for me. They're obviously wanting to get some experience, but if I'm being honest, I'm probably going to let him rot in the reserves. I'm not massively interested in him, but he pads out the team, and that's the big thing. The assistant team thinks that this guy, Cliff, is maybe one of my better strikers. I think I'd rather go for Gomez. I've already showed you Gomez. I'd say Gomez is the stronger of the two. I mean, it depends what you're going for. I mean, technically far superior. Physically, generally got better pace and balance. Not so good at jumping. Cliff's got the mental stats. It's actually ridiculous how the columns have worked out here. But I'm probably going to stick with the more technically gifted Dali Gomez up front. But we'll see how it goes. You see from my friendlies, I had some very difficult friendlies. Just scraped a win against my own reserves. Obviously lost to West Ham, Reading and Watford. I only narrowly lost to Arsenal reserves, but to be honest, I'm not even sure if it was their reserves. I didn't recognise any of the players that were playing. Oxford City, they are, I think, are they in my division? Blue Scare Bet North, sorry. But yeah, the same level as me, and I got a solid 4-2 victory, so that's nice to see. I think it was this one that was quite a decent goal. It's not amazing, but I quite like to play passing football, even in this low division. And just quick movement in the midfield, making runs, lots of little passes. This is exactly what I want to see from my team. There's Dali Gomez, and then Nato, who's my under 18s assistant manager, I think I said he was. He's also the captain, I think. I really am just still trying to get to know him. Yeah, there's Nato, and there's Luke Gerald, the assistant manager, but only vice captain. Go figure. Stadium wise, decent 4,500 seater stadium. I think that's pretty good for the league we're in. But as you'll see, we've only sold 25 season tickets, and that, you notice it says there the final sales figure for the season. So I don't know if we'll be packing that out unless we get 4,000 people turn up on the door each day. Maybe kids are going free. Maybe kids are going free and they don't need tickets. So maybe we'll get some support, and I shouldn't be too worried about that. But I'll be honest, I am quite worried about that. Finances wise, not looking great. I mean, it's kind of what you'd expect. The projection is that I'll be in debt. I don't know where the money's going to come from. Even if I sell players, it's 30%. I haven't been given any percentage of the transfer revenue. Well, I've been given 30%. There's nothing. I haven't been given any budget. You see from my history, I just brought these 4 guys on a free, so I can't afford anything else. Yeah, well, it's not too bad actually. It's kind of what you'd expect for the Blue Scare Bet South. Not much money, not great facilities, but like I said, I've got the wages to bring in a few more players. I'm sure I will before the end of the transfer window. I've forgotten. Do they? I can't see media predictions, can I? I'm not sure what my media prediction is. 8th's not bad. I just need a little bit above that, get 5th, scrape my way through the playoffs. I will be over the moon with that. Tactics wise, I said earlier that I just don't really know my strongest tactics yet. I'm playing a pretty basic 4-4-2. I have this little theory that I'm possibly going to look like an idiot now and mispronouncing it. Triquista, if that's how you pronounce it, I'm not sure. But I have a little theory that someone playing in that role in these lower leagues could make the difference. Could, you know, the defenders won't know how to handle it. That might change. I normally like having a poacher, to be honest, someone with a bit of pace, but it's hard to come by. I've also got my target man there. I always like playing 2 centre midfielders, ball winning midfielder and a playmaker. If I had better wing backs, I'd probably be playing some sort of 5-3-2. I really like a 5-3-2, but like I told you, I've struggled to find a left back, and my right back's not strong. Well, my centre midfielder is quite strong, and my wingers are alright, so I could go 3-5-2. But we'll just have to see how it goes, to be honest. I normally find in these newer versions of Football Manager that after a while, after you get in the season, maybe get a few wins, the AI seems to sort of figure out your tactics, and you start to lose a few in a row, and it's good to switch it up. Admittedly, there's not a lot to figure out about my current tactics. I really just want to get to know the players and learn what they're like. I've shown you most of the players now, haven't I? I think that's based on it, really. This is just an introductory video. Obviously, I've played the friendlies, I've got to know my team a little bit, and I'll probably upload a new video soon, maybe at the end of transfer window, maybe in January, maybe at the end of the season. Depends how much I've really got to talk about. I don't want to bore you too much, so just doing 6 month or season by season videos might be the best way to go. Spread them out a bit. But if I do get to the playoffs or something like that, I'll definitely make a big deal out of it. Maybe even record the match live, although I don't want to get too emotional, might be a bit embarrassing. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching. This is the first episode of my Boreham Wood career. I hope you stick around. I do promise I'll see this through. If it takes 10 seasons or 20 seasons, I'm desperate to make it to the Premier League and the Champions League. Try and turn this club into something massive. At the moment, Watford are... Oh no, Stevenage are also in Hertfordshire. But those are the only real rivals I've got. Luton nowadays, they're non-league like Boreham Wood, so For starters, it would be nice to become the biggest team in Hertfordshire, then the Premier League, then the Champions League, and then maybe take over England, win the World Cup, and be awarded the title of greatest manager of all time. Stick with my career, stick with my videos, and you'll see how I get on. Thanks for watching. Cheers.